When there's an emergency at your campground or RV park, you must be prepared. The lack of preparation can have disastrous consequences for your guests and for you. Coming up, we'll look at your legal responsibilities around an emergency. Naturally, when you deal with the public in the great outdoors, there are many types of emergency situations that can come up. For example, there could be a medical emergency. Emergencies can also be weather-related, like thunderstorms, floods, hurricanes, or tornadoes. There could be a fire or explosion. Even a drunk or disorderly guest can be considered an emergency. You must have a plan for dealing with emergencies, and you need to discuss the plan with your staff. The scope of an emergency can vary tremendously. For instance, it could involve one individual, like a heart attack victim or drowning victim, or a child injured at the playground. Other times, it could be hundreds of people stranded on your property in the aftermath of a hurricane or forest fire. Some may need medical assistance. Some may need to be evacuated. If it's a protracted event, you may need food and water supplies. So here's the point. Emergencies will occur, and when you own a public business like a campground or an RV park, and you invite the public onto your property, you have the legal responsibility to take every reasonable precaution to ensure their safety and well-being. If there's one message you take away from this program, and I can't emphasize this enough, you must be prepared for all types of emergencies.
I think my husband's having a heart attack.
Sooner or later, someone on your property will have an accident or injury. In the case of relatively minor injuries, it's okay to give out Band-Aids or bandages. But as a general practice, do not clean the wound or place the Band-Aid on the injured person. A bigger question is, are you prepared to respond properly to someone needing immediate medical help? Is anyone on your staff trained in first aid? Are they CPR certified? Is their certification up to date? Many campground owners ask, should I or someone from my staff touch someone who is injured? From a legal standpoint, no. It might be better not to touch an unconscious or injured person. But if it's clear that your training can help someone, first, make sure emergency personnel are called. Then do what you can until they get there. Always ask the permission of the next of kin before you attempt to help someone in a medical emergency. Never try to perform a medical technique like CPR unless you are trained and certified. When there's an emergency situation at your RV park or campground, you'll help your campers and your campground the most if you are prepared. Follow these steps. Remain calm. Be professional. That means help as best you can, but never give your opinion of who's responsible for the accident or injury, even if you feel the campground is responsible. Remember, words spoken in haste or even in sympathy can be used against you in court. Comfort the injured person. Eliminate any immediate hazards to the public. Do not pay or make any financial obligations. Take witness statements. Preserve all evidence. Notify the police if a law has been broken. Document the accident scene with a photo or video taken shortly after a crisis situation subsides. Write down anything which may be helpful for the investigation. Keep information confidential. Lastly, but most importantly, call Evergreen. We're here to help. The sooner you can call, the quicker we can send someone to investigate, get witness statements, preserve evidence, and speak with you or anyone closely connected to the incident. We are experts in claim investigation. It's crucial you inform us as soon as you can as to the incidentals surrounding the potential claim. Even if you're not sure how to proceed, call Evergreen and we will advise you. So, once again, let me emphasize, being prepared for an emergency is the key to helping your customers and your campground. In a day when lawsuits are so common, many of these ideas make good legal sense too. So, here are some more points that will increase your total readiness. Use state-specific registration and lease agreements. For signed documents to be legal or admissible in court, each state should have specific wording. It's your responsibility to contact your state association, or better yet, call a lawyer. Have your attorney review documents that you want to have your guests sign. Not only does a correct registration or lease agreement define the rules and help you collect the proper fees for the site, it will give our legal defense possible contact numbers for witnesses to any incident where legal liability is in question.